Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Sissy here, and today I decided I do a small video about women's dressing, and also I'm going also to read on the book of 1 Corinthians 11. That will be chapter 1. It's a short verse actually, chapter 1 to 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1 to 16. So this verse caught my eye and I decided let me share with you guys, and I hope you're going to learn something. And before you join me, kindly subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm looking forward a road of only 1,000 subscribers. Only 1,000. If you help me to reach 1,000, I'll be so grateful. Kindly click the notification bell so any video I download, you will be among the first one to be notified. So today, in the book of 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1 to 16, let's talk about reality, what happens in life. And I believe some things I would say some things we just ignore them, or we just assume like the Bible is not talking about this. So today I will read with you, and if you have a Bible, catch your Bible and join me. So this is how it reads about women dressing and Mediterranean customs. So verse 1, follow my example as I followed the example of Christ. This is now Paul giving the word of God when he went to Corinthians. The place was called Corinth. I think the place was called Corinth. So this is the message from Paul given to Corinthians. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. I praise you because you remember me in everything and you keep the tradition that I have given you. Verse 3, however, I wish to remind you that every man has Christ as his head. Every man has Christ as his head, while the wife has her husband as her head. So I hope we are together. Every man has Christ as his head, while the wife has her husband as her head. And God is the head of Christ. If a man prays or prophesies with his head covered, he dishonors his head. So men are supposed to pray and prophesy without covering their heads. Men are supposed to pray or prophesy without covering their heads. On the contrary, the woman who prays or prophesy with her head uncovered does not respect her head. So a woman should pray while her head is covered, or while she has cut her hair. So I'm going to the point. The woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered does not respect her head. So when you are a woman, as me, if you pray and your head is not covered, you dishonor your head. She might as well cut her hair. So as a woman, you need to cover your head. That is a veil. Or If you feel like you don't want to cover your head with a veil, you need to cut your hair. So the Bible has tell us clearly, as a woman, you need to pray while you have covered your head, or you need to cut your hair. If a woman does not use a veil, let her cut her hair. If a woman does not use a veil, let her cut her hair. And if it is a shame for a woman to have her hair cut or shaved, then let her use a veil. As many women, I would say, we feel uncomfortable when we cut our hair, and you feel uncomfortable when you cut your hair. It's okay. You just need to put a veil on your head, or you need to cover your head. That is while you're praying, or while you want to prophesy. Right. Men do not need to cover their heads. Men do not need to cover their heads, for they are the image of God. So men do not need to cover their head because they are the image of God. But women, we need to cover our head, or if you are not comfortable covering your head, you need to cut your hair. Vice versa, if you are not comfortable while you cut your hair, you need to cover your hair. You need to put a veil. Men do not need to cover their heads, for they are the image of God and reflect His glory. So men reflect the glory of God, while a woman reflects the glory of a man. While a woman reflects the glory of a man. While, do you agree with me, women? Do you really agree with me, especially women who are married? While a woman reflects the glory of a man. Man was not formed from woman, but woman from man. We were formed from man. So that's why we were called women, because we were formed from a man, that is Adam. Man was not formed from woman, but woman from man. We should remember all the time like that. Nor did God create man for woman. Let us understand this. Nor did God create man for woman, but woman for man. God created woman for man. So God created us women for men. So that's why we are called women. Therefore, a woman must respect the angels and have on her head the sign of her dependence. A woman must respect the angels. So we women must. It is a must to respect the angels. It is a must, and we must respect the angels. Anyway, the Christian attitude does not separate man from woman and woman from man. The Christian attitude, our attitude as Christian, does not separate man from woman and woman from man. And if God has created woman from man, man is born of woman, and both come from God. Both man and woman, we come from God. Judge for yourselves. It is proper for a woman, judge for yourself. Is it proper for a woman to pray without a veil? Is it proper? As I had mentioned before, a woman needs to cover her head when she prays or prophesy, or if she's not comfortable with the veil, she needs to cut her hair. Common sense teaches us that it is shameful, and this goes to all men outside there. I'm not the one who said in the Bible. Common sense teaches us that it is shameful for a man to wear long hair. So to all the men who have long hair, who also put braids, who braid their hair, it is mentioned clearly in the Bible. It is a shame. It is a shame, and it is a shame. Men are not supposed to hold their hair, nor braid their hair. Let's see why. Common sense teaches us that it is shameful for a man to wear long hair, while long hair is the bride of a woman. So long hair is the bride of a woman. Long hair is not the bride of a man. Long hair is the bride of a woman. So that's why as we women, we need to hold our hair back when it's long, and we need also like braiding our hair. It's only for women, not for men. But I would say in our present, like in this generation, we really ignore a lot of things. We really assume a lot of things. Maybe you're there at home watching at me and you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say men holding their hair or men having long hair is shame? It is according to the Bible. Corithians 11 verse 14. Go and read it. Corinthians 11 verse 14. It is shame and shame a man to hold her hair or a man to have a long hair. Let us repeat it again. Common sense teaches us that it is shameful for a man to wear long hair. It is shameful for men to wear long hair. It could be you have dreadlocks, they are long. It could be you were braided as a man. It is not acceptable. So now you know. While long hair is the bride of a woman, so we women, we need to have long hair because it's our bride. Remember, as I mentioned before, men do not need to cover their heads, for they are the image of God. But women, we need to cover our heads. Men do not need to cover. And that's why also it is shameful for men to wear long hair. Men should keep their hair short. They should cut their hair. Different style, good looking, but the hair should be short. Okay. While long hair is the bride of a woman, and it has been given to her preciously as a veil. So our hair is our veil. So God has given women long hair as our veil, and because that is our pride as well. So we as a women, when we have long hair, we feel good. We feel, as it mentioned, it's a bride for us women. We feel good with long hair. We feel good with long braids, or when your hair is nice, it's good looking, rather than when your hair is cut short. However, you can still make your hair short. If some of you want to add, let it be known that it is not our custom. If you have any argument you want to argue, let us know it is not my custom, neither your custom, nor the custom in the churches of God. So this is the custom in the churches of God, that men should not wear long hair, and women should have long hair because that is their veil or is their bride. So I hope you have learned something today. And if you have any doubts or any complaints, you can open the book of 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1 to 16. You can read by yourself. If you are Christian, even if you are not a Christian, just try to take the Bible. You can even check with your phone, you go to Google, type Corinthians, and then read it by yourself and hear it by yourself. Don't let other people tell you. Read it and you get to be wise. I want to say thank you so much. The book has taught me also something that I didn't know. So cutting our hair also is not bad as women, and we can either keep long hair or we can cut our hair. But what I have learned is most of the time women, we must respect the angels, and also we need to cover our hair while we are praying or while we want to prophesy. We need to cover our hair. So that comes the end of the Bible. The next video, I want to share something else also. So this goes also to men. Men, please, who have or who men who wear long hair, get to know it's not acceptable. In the New Testament, you know, we are living in the New Testament. Men who wear long hair is not acceptable. It is shame, and feel shame when you have long hair, whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you feel like we should be open-minded. We should be open-minded, yes, but open-minded and also following the laws that God gave us. So men who wear long hair, if you're that kind of a man, go cut your hair, look handsome, look good, keep short hair, and that's the way. So men who wear long hair, it is a shame. We should stop doing that, especially as the Bible has mentioned, the custom is in the churches of God. But I believe if you're practicing something else outside there, maybe those are not the custom in the churches of God. But as long you're a Christian, the custom in the churches of God is men not to wear long hair and women to wear long hair because it's their veil and also it's their bride, or they can cut their hair. So as women, whether you cover your head with a veil or you cut your hair, it's okay. So we don't have to judge others who put veil on their heads because they don't want their hairs to be seen, which is okay. And if you don't want to wear a veil, you can cut your hair or you can keep your hair clean and very well as a lady, because that is your bride. So thank you so much. If you have any comment, if you have any question, actually if you have any question, go to 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1 to 16. Read it by yourself. Don't let someone else come and tell you or teach you. That's come the end of my video. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Please kindly subscribe. Help me reach only 1,000 subscribers. Only 1,000, guys. Subscribe, watch and subscribe, watch and comment, watch and like, watch and share, watch and also tell me what other video would you like to see from my side. Thank you so much, and ciao.